Hey everybody. Hey people friends. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm gonna wait a couple minutes so people can hop on. Wow, I didn't realize how dark it was. Hey Andre, how you doing? So I just wanted to hop on here quick. In the van, chilling with the puppies. Nala's looking around for her daddy. He had a work meeting he had to go to, so I'm just chilling in the van. Just wanted to hop on here and let everybody know that we're trying our best to get the videos up. We were gonna go down back in the area we were at last night, but to hand out some clothes that we had grabbed from storage, but unfortunately gas is preventing that. So until we get some extra funds to throw in the gas tank, we kind of have to slow down on our videos and what we've been doing, which kind of sucks because it's going to be cold again tonight and these people need these clothes, and unfortunately the husband doesn't get his check till Friday, so we don't have the extra cash to put extra gas in the car to drive around and do that. So, you know, it is what it is. We have to do what we have to do. So, other than that, I'm just chilling with the puppies. So, he's just eating some Triscuits. You know, these things right here. The bomb. I used to not like Triscuits when I was younger. But whatever. So, anybody have any questions? Have you guys all seen the news feed? The live feed from the news? Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any comments? No, let's say hi, Facebook. So, yeah, if anybody has any questions, comments, you know, if you haven't seen it, the links to both, I believe, are on my page. I know I've been sharing it as well as our fundraiser. Excuse me, again, I want to thank KTNV for out here in Vegas for doing our story. They did a great job on it. Joe Bartels is amazing. He's a great guy. So just again, we want to thank them for, you know, taking an interest in our van life. So, but other than that, what's everybody up to tonight? Come on, chit chat, people. We might be doing Jasmine. We might be doing an awful lot of chit chat sessions since we don't have the gas to go anywhere. We're kind of stay. Jasmine. See her? They think they're tough, like little pitbull tough. Oh, Lord. I apologize for the barking. It gets loud, I know. Jasmine and Zeus. Zeusy. Zeusy. Zeus. Come say hi. Jasmine. Hey, come here. Jazz. Oh my God, these dogs are going crazy. This poor woman who just came out of her work. This is what you deal with when you have 3 dogs. They're so cute though. Hey. Come here. Jasmine, come. Really? You're gonna start too? Look at this. Nala. Alright, guys. I don't know if I should, Jasmine, come here. Susie, come here. I apologize for that loud alarm system that we have. Thank God they've stopped. Come on, Jasmine, be good, girl. Zeus, come here. Nala, say hi to Tony. Tony's watching. Nala. Say hi, Tony. Tony's the awesome woman we got Nala from when we first moved out here. Nala, say hi, Facebook. She had her shirt on that says something about lots of hugs and sloppy kisses or something like that. But Nala has no shoulders, so it fell off. So when we get the extra cash, we got to get her a hoodie. She needs a hoodie that doesn't fall off of her. So, but anyway, like I said, I just wanted to hop on here, just to let you guys know if you don't see any recent videos coming up tonight or tomorrow. Stop it. Jasmine, come here. Come here, you want a cracker? That always makes him stop. That if you guys didn't see any videos, it wasn't for us not wanting to do it. We want to be able to go down there and bring the clothes to the homeless that we got out of storage. However, gas isn't allowing it, and that really sucks. So, you know, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow that I need to go to, and so we have to like conserve all the gas we have, and it does. It sucks. It really sucks. I will, Tony. Give me about 10 minutes and I'll call you. So, the new thing that everybody keeps saying to me is, are you guys homeless? Are you guys homeless? And we're not homeless, we're halfless. That's what I call it, because we chose the van life. We were forced into it, yeah, quicker than we wanted to be, but we love it. I don't know how to explain it. Like, for so long, we kept thinking we had a black cloud over our head, and we were like, what did we do to deserve this black cloud? Like, what the hell did we do, basically? And the other night, we ran into, I don't know, people might have heard me talk about it before, but we ran into two homeless people that we had a run-in with at one of the parks. Jasmine, stop. They thought that we were calling, my husband was calling the cops on them, but, hey, Tommy, he wasn't. He was calling the cops on the other guy who, out of nowhere, assaulted this guy, and the guy who thought we were targeting him pulled a knife on my husband. We ran into them a few days later. Actually, I think it was about a week. And my husband tried talking to the guy to say, hey, dude, I wasn't calling the cops on you. And he kept walking away, but we're persistent. We're pains in the ass. We're New Yorkers, whatever, We finally got them to stop and talk to us. And, we found out, he doesn't have his ID, so he can't get his ID. She has warrants because of old tickets. So when the cops were called, they freaked out, thinking that, she was going to go to jail. And, they're out there by themselves like we are, They don't have dogs, but it's them too, and they don't have a van, So after talking with them and hearing their story and finding out, like, they had a kid that got taken away, and, I don't know their whole story. I don't know their whole story. And I'm hoping someday they'll go on camera and tell us their whole story. But like I said to the girl, I was like, you can't give up, dude. I'm like, you got a kid. Like, I don't care what you're going through. I don't care where you're at in life. You do what you got to do to get where you got to get, because you have a child. That child didn't ask to be brought into this world. And some people may say, wow, that's harsh to say. No, that's reality. Reality is, you laid down and you made a baby. I don't care if you have to eat peanut butter and jelly and ramen. You do what you got to do to get that kid back. You don't give up. You find resources to help. And that's when we found out that there was programs out here that that I thought were good, trustworthy programs that really they're not. Like, they put the money in their pocket instead of helping the people they need to help, and that's just total bullshit. So, it's like people want to know how they can help, and it's like, we don't need, food. I guess everybody needs food, but we're not starving by any means. Oh, here we go again. Hold on. Let's stop. Look at that. Look at that face. Come here. Come here, Zeus. Zeus and Jasmine, the littles. They're the ones that make the most noise. Now it barks, but... Zeus, come here, please. Want a cracker? See, that always works. Just give him a cracker. But anyway, what I was saying was, there is all these programs that say that they'll do this and they'll do that, and we're finding out by talking to these people on the street that they don't do what they say they do. They don't help. Catholic Charity is one of the biggest organizations out there, pockets the money. Excuse me. And they don't help them. They don't do what they say they're going to do. They may help a little. They have a food pantry. And that's separate donations. I mean, you're coming from somebody who used to work for a nonprofit back in New York for community action. So I know what goes on behind closed doors. I know how outrageous the salaries are. Excuse me. I was making good money, but then things change. And here we are now. I mean, I won't get into that whole spiel, but I know how a nonprofit works. I know that if you're a 501c3, the government will throw money at you in grants. And unfortunately, a lot of nonprofit organizations profit the money in their pocket as salaries. And that, Sissy, go get a cracker. No, he doesn't know if he wants one. But anyway, that's why I've decided, along with my husband, that I want to call out these organizations. I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to be filming. Excuse me. And I'm going to find out, why are we being told by the people on the street that they come for help, and they're not getting the help that they need? You know, and it's not just in Vegas. I know this is everywhere. This is all the way across the country. I understand that. And that's why eventually we're going to be going across country once we can get support. I've been emailing companies to be sponsors. We have a huge white van. Any business, anybody that has a business that is watching this, if you want to sponsor us and you want to sponsor our mission in helping people that are worse off than us, I will put your logo on this big white van. There is a lot of spots for a lot of logos. I will advertise you cross country. I don't care. If you're going to help us in our mission and you're going to support our gas mileage, or you're going to support dog food for the dogs across country, or if you're going to help us in any way to be able to fulfill our mission and helping the homeless and getting kids away from gangs and stopping bullying, because it's getting fucking ridiculous because 9-year-olds are hanging themselves, then we will do what we have to do on our end to get it done. And I apologize because I feel like I'm getting emotional, and I'm a woman and I'm in my 40s, so we all know what that's like. But it pisses me off. It pisses me off. We don't have kids. And it pisses me off that 9-year-olds are hanging themselves because they're being bullied in school. I was bullied for being overweight in school. One of my best friends was dealing with it with me. We were popular in school, but they still made their fucking comments about our weight. And you know what? They're the same people who today, are like, what we went through. They gained all the weight. You know, granted, I haven't lost my weight, but I am who I am, and if you don't like us, fuck you. I mean, excuse the language, but we feel very strongly about what we're doing, and if people want to support us, that's great. That is great, because we film live every step of the way. You know, when we hand stuff to homeless people, you're going to see us hand that stuff to homeless people. If I'm lucky enough to be able to not have a lot of pain that day, and I can go walking with my husband to do it, I would. If I can get a scooter company to sponsor me in Vegas that will let me use their scooters when I want to be able to do that with my husband, great. I'll plaster your friggin' logo on our van. Not a problem. It takes a team. You know, one person can't do it. 2 people can't do it. Bet you your ass we're going to try like hell. But there's so many epidemics in this damn country, and all people care about is who's in the president's seat. Like, it really friggin' matters? Does it really matter? Because in the long run and in the end, whether it have been Trump, Clinton, whoever, they're all gonna fuck it up. They're all gonna not do what they said they were gonna do. They say what they say to get into office, and then they let it go. But, you know, you have to give Trump some credit some places. A lot of places, actually. He's been doing pretty damn good. But I'm not making this a political debate. But my whole thing is, it doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter who's the governor, the mayor, the Senate. It doesn't matter. Because they don't care. Some of them do. Let me rephrase that. Some of them do. Like, I know in New York, Jim Tedesco is a huge animal advocate. And when I went to Hudson Valley for animal advocacy, he's the one that got the laws passed for Buster's Law to make animal cruelty a felony. So there are some that care, but the majority, all they care about is the money in their pocket. They go home to their warm houses with their kids, and their families, and the food in their fridge, and the clothes on their back, their Gucci, their Louis Vuitton. One Louis Vuitton could feed a whole community of homeless people. And they don't even realize it. They don't think about that. They think about they have the newest Louis Vuitton. And it's sad. It really is. And it pisses me off. You know, I've had money. I've not had money. You know, it's... blink of an eye, you can lose it, people. You can have a job making $100,000 a year. And you can get injured and lose it all. My husband, by any means, was not making $100,000 a year. He's a security guard. He is first response. We had a freak storm with 70-mile-per-hour winds on August 11th out here. And a family was trapped, so he was trying to help that family. And when he turned around after getting them out the gate, he had a pool umbrella coming at him, which is metal, at 70 miles per hour, hitting him in the head. Then he got hit with rocks. He lost his memory. He had memory loss for like 2 weeks. Do you know what that was like? I mean, thank God he remembered me. Of course, I'm unforgettable, but... his family, like, he knew he had a mother, but he couldn't picture her. He, you know, it killed me to when he woke up and looked at our dogs, and he couldn't remember their names. I mean, it was so heartbreaking the first 2-3 weeks that he was out. Thank God he's gotten his memory back, but he's still dealing with injuries. But you know what? He went back to work because he knew we were struggling. He had no choice. The doctor let him back thinking that he was going to be on light duty and his job screwed him over. And then they fired him. This company fired him, stating that it was because he didn't pass his 90-day probation. The only way you don't pass your 90-day probation is typically attendance. And the only reason he missed work was because of his injuries from a fucking accident doing his job. And they're okay with that. But you know what? I'm not okay with that. Because I see the man struggle every day. The man takes care of me. He takes care of 3 dogs. He is the physical part of us. I'm the mental part of us, which can be scary sometimes. But I'm mainly the mental part of us, and he's the physical part of us because of my hip issues and my back issues. That I've had back issues since I was a teenager. And now when you throw the everything else in the mix, there's days I can barely walk, and I refuse to be part of the epidemic in this country and take opiates. No. I take Motrin 600. If that's not enough, if my ibuprofen 600 isn't enough to make my pain to the point where I can function, it always makes it to where I at least can function because I always push through. But it doesn't take my pain away. But I refuse to take anything stronger because I'm afraid of being addicted, and I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be part of the epidemic. I've lost too many people to that. I've lost too many people to addiction. One of my best friends died of a heroin overdose, and I'm not doing it. It's not doing it. I'm not dealing with it, and I'm going to do everything in my power to eradicate it. And if that means that we live in this van for the next 20 years to accomplish it, then we live in this van for the next 20 years, because that's how strong we feel about it. And if anybody wants to support us and sponsor us, I will put your logo on this van. We will do whatever you need us to do. But know that it's going for a good cause. And once this grows into where we feel it's going to grow, then we're going to get our 501c3. And we're going to become a legit organization, you know. We have a business license for our cross-media communications. But, whatever. I won't even get into that. But, I'm sorry to go on this rant. Anyway, sorry. You guys know when I start talking about something I feel very powerful about, I just rant and rant and rant. And I get so pissed. I get so mad. And, you know, watching that news, the live news, Facebook Live, and seeing the idiotic comments from people and the... You know, don't get me wrong. There was like 1,000 positives to 2 negatives, but this one idiot, and I'm going to call him an idiot, had the balls to sit there and say to get off drugs. Stop gambling. Stop being criminals. Excuse me, motherfucker. Excuse my language, but motherfucker, you don't know us. You don't know who the hell we are. First of all, we don't do drugs. We don't drink. I think everybody gambles once in a while, but we sure haven't gambled in quite a long time. And for you to sit there and say shit to me and tell us to get off our asses and get jobs, Bitch, you don't know me. And I'm going to call you a bitch. You're a man. But I'm still going to call you a bitch. You know why? Because you have the balls to say something like that to me, an American, and you have the nerve to say that you came to this country 5 years ago because you've always dreamed about being in America. So 5 years ago, you finally came here. You know what? Shut the fuck up, because you don't know. You don't know. You don't know who I am. You don't know who my husband is. You don't know who these people on the streets. There is so much more I could say, but I am going to behave, because you all know me. I don't fuck around. I'm not, I am not racist by any means. Never been, never will be. But when I see these videos of people that are of color, and they sit there and they say about the Thousand Oaks shooting, it's because white people took country music from us. I told you this. I told you people this was going to happen. People that were that survived the 1 October shooting in Vegas were here, and they died. That's their final destination. Bitch, are you kidding me? Who are you to sit there and say that those people deserve to die because they're white? Really? But we're the white people. The white people are the ones that have the problem, not colored people, right? So again, when I hear stuff like that, and people from other countries who aren't even citizens making comments about Americans and how shitty we are, and how we are the way we are because we did this. No. Some people may have. Life is what you make of it, to the most part. But people tend to forget that some people are very nasty. Some people are very vindictive. Some people just are assholes and don't care who they hurt and don't give a shit about anything but what's in their tiny little fucking bubble. And God forbid they look out of that bubble and they see the real shit. I sit there and I've watched many, many, many people just walk by. Children. And I say children because I'm 44, but these kids are probably like teenagers. So they're children asking for $1 so they can get something to eat. And I see so many people just act like they're not even there. They act like they're invisible. And half the reason that these kids are out there is because they're part of the LGBT community, and their parents despised it and kicked them out of the house. Whether you agree with it or whether you disagree with it, if you're a parent, how do you do that to your child? How do you do that to your child? I don't have a kid. My husband and I would have killed to have children. It wasn't meant for us. We were unable to have kids. So we have fur kids. We have big, loud, noisy kids, just like kids. We just can't write them off on our taxes. Hi, Diane, thank you. But you have babies having babies. You have drug addicts having babies. You have people that kill their babies because their boyfriend didn't want kids. There's just so much shit. It's like, this country, this world has gone to shit. And it's going to take an army to fix it. But that army needs to take their blinders off, because they don't want to face reality. They don't want to see the homeless people. They don't want to see the kids on the street. They don't want to see the drugs. They don't want to hear about the bullying. They don't want to hear about the 9-year-old that hung herself because she was bullied at school. It's called reality, people. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. Do you think that we wanted to get evicted out of an apartment that we just put over $1,000 down in deposits on? Fuck no. Did we ask God for the 70-mile-per-hour windstorm to hit my husband in the head? No. Shit happens. But you gotta make the best of it. So instead of spending every penny we own on rent and electric, which was, we were paying close to $1,300 a month, we opted into the VanLife, where we pay about $800 a month. And we still struggle. Mainly because of gas. But we still struggle. You know, which just shows me how much we struggled even when we were living in an apartment. You know, Larry's only able to work part-time right now. It's not his fault. And for people to sit there and say, oh, I've been hurt and I've been this and there's jobs you can do, and walk a mile in his shoes. You know, if people that know my husband know what my husband suffers from, walk a mile in his shoes. I walk a mile next to him. Well, you know what I mean. Because we all know I can't walk a goddamn mile. But I live it with my husband every single day. And I'm sorry, guys. If it wasn't for that man, and he'd probably tell you the same thing, if it wasn't for me, we'd both be dead. We're each other's sanity, like. And I hate fucking crying, and I swear to God, that's all I've been doing. Fucking menopause, man. That man is my rock, and when I see people criticize him or talk down to him or whatever, it's just like the protection comes up, and I don't know, it's just, I love my husband to death, and he's my rock, and we are such a good team. And I've seen him suffer so much that he doesn't deserve. And he'll say the same thing about me. I know him. As he tells people all the time, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have made it out of that storm. It was his wedding ring. His wedding ring that got him home, because I always made him promise me that he has to come home. Because as a security guard in first response, Thousand Oaks, the security guard got killed. But it's his job, and he loves it. He loves protecting people. He loves helping people get through what they need to get through. And that's one of the things I love about him. And we're the same way. We are two peas in a pod. Sissy, come here. That was our wedding theme, two peas in a pod. So, we say it's a far out pod, but we're two peas in a pod. So, anyway, change the subject. I apologize for getting, like, emotional like that. Like, I can't believe I just got emotional like that. And it's all my husband's fault. And he's not even here. So I can't blame him. Because he's up in a work mandatory meeting. Oh, I was just talking about my husband, and I got all emotional. You'll have to watch the video after with my rant. I've been going on a tirade for, I don't know, like an hour. It's just me, Lisa. He's in a meeting at work. So, I think I'm going to hop off here, and I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Because y'all know I smoke, and I try not to smoke on camera, but I'm going to go hug my puppies, because he wants attention. Say hi, Suze. He's such a good puppy, except when he barks like this. So, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette, and I need to call my parents and check in, because I do every day. So, I'm going to go do that, and I know we will be back on later. Hopefully, he can get his check early. He had thought about trying to get his check early, see if they'd let him. So we can get some gas so we can go hand these clothes out. So anyway, I love you guys. I apologize for the crying fit because I feel like there's one coming on again. So I'm going to get off here so you guys don't see my boo-boo lip, as my husband calls it. And I love you guys, and thank you for watching. And make sure you go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're really trying to get the subscribers up on that so we can get that going. It's the X-Viewz with a Z. Hi, Terry. You don't have to be sorry. There's nothing to be sorry for. Yeah, so go over to YouTube and subscribe. If you can't find it in the search, I don't know, some people say they can't find it. There is links on my Facebook page. So, I love you too, Lisa. So, I'm out. I will talk to you guys all later. Thanks. Peace out.